So it is the season finale of our podcast, which does not mean that the podcast will end.
No.
I hope not.
It will never end.
No, it will not.
It will never end. I mean, unless we end up
you
getting
guys
different
are
jobs.
stuck with us forever.
But that means that there are more things to come, and we have more episodes that are going to be coming out. But don't get sad about our season being over. If you want to check out more of the Recap Room, follow our socials. We are at the Recap Room Pod on TikTok and Instagram.
And there's fun stuff, lovely clips,
Yeah.
chortles, stuff that in context means something and out of context just means hilarity.
Exactly. Just expect funny things to be seen on that page.
And if you like our faces, go ahead and, give us a like, a subscribe, give us a review.
follow.
Let us know that you love us.
Oh.
Should we have been doing that in the beginning as opposed to the end?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we don't get reviews.
Find a way of just working it in within the first 5 minutes. I'm sure there's some kind of YouTube experts who
I feel like-
oh my God, you've got to be saying it in the first 5 minutes.
It's in their thumbnail.
We probably
review.
also should be comment along your slaying nays.
The
That's probably not a bad idea as well. This just came to me though.
end of season 2. And we're
Write down those notes, Julian, for season
We're
3.
finally
we can
learning
set it. We
how
can
to
set
do
it as a premiere, so there's a live chat thing, so people could say Slayer Nay along with us.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's week 4.
just straight off the
That's what I'm
dome.
saying.
It is week 4 of me being a part of the video team.
So do you want a second? Do you want a second job as the Recap Room analyst?
I was about to say, Julian, I'd be happy to help you with the recap room.
No, of course,
for
of
real.
With that being said, with all this optimism, this episode is pointless, just as the last episode of AGT.
Wow.
But before we get into AGT, there was an experience that happened not too long ago involving
Oh my God.
a bathroom.
Julian's going to embarrass us
Are we
right
talking
now.
about this?
I mean, if you guys are comfortable talking
Julian's
about this.
embarrassing
I'll
us
talk
right
about
now. You can talk about it, Dan.
Because I don't know, it happened and I was like, gotta save it for the pod.
So-
if you guys are comfortable talking about this.
hey.
I mean, it happens.
There's no secrets here. There's no secrets at the recap room.
As long as y'all are comfortable talking about it.
Let's just say we learned that a lock does not work today.
It seems to be a reoccurring thing.
It's
at
a
my office,
reoccurring
I'm not
thing,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
Just terrible, terrible lock. Whoever the locksmith is who works for this building should be fired.
Yeah.
They are awful.
It's all the inside locks though. Our outside locks. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, don't try and get in and steal any of our stuff. Fort Knox, baby. But inside, no, it's like it's a Japanese house with paper
Well,
walls.
can I explain what happened?
Please.
Okay, so I was doing my makeup because Dan and I are shooting a new segment for Talent Recap after this called Entertainment Recap.
Which you guys should go check it out.
Exciting.
Check it out. That's hence why I'm very maked up at the moment. I always do my makeup before a segment like
Did you
that.
say very maked up?
I did. I always do makeup before a segment like that because I'm like, people are seeing a lot of my face today.
It's a big face day.
You're welcome, guys.
Big face day for Corey.
Big
You're
face day.
welcome. No one's going to understand what I mean by this. I had to wet my beauty blender. And I'm over here in the normal sink.
Isn't that the little thing?
That's what I was doing in
it's
there.
the little- it's like the squishy thing, right? It looks like an egg.
The squishy, yes, my
Yeah,
sponge.
yeah.
So I went
I
into
know what
one of
that
the
means.
small bathrooms. I went into one of the small bathrooms. We have 2 small bathrooms, 1 big bathroom down here. I went to one of the small ones, turned on the sink, and nothing came out. And I was like, okay, the water doesn't work. So then I was looking around. I'm like, okay, I'll just go to the sink over here. We have a kitchen down here, the kosher kitchen. I go into the kitchen. I wet my sponge and I'm like, I need a paper towel. I look underneath the sink. There's none in there. Where do I think it is? The big bathroom. Oh, that makes sense. I could have sworn before we came downstairs that I saw Dan go to the bathroom upstairs.
Dun, dun,
And that's where this story goes downhill. And we learned that
dun, dun, dun,
the
dun,
lock
dun,
does
dun,
not
dun,
work.
dun,
And I'm
dun,
so
dun,
sorry,
dun,
Dan.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
I'm sitting there,
I just
minding my
wanted a
own
paper
business,
towel.
wetting my beauty blender furiously with great energy and gusto. It just chills me out for the podcast. No, I was
Were you wetting it or were you wringing it out at that point? It was just,
I was really trying to get out some stubborn stains. And the door opens.
I
and-
didn't mean to.
And Corey's there, gets an eyeful of my. It's side butt, I suppose
Yeah.
it is. It's like
It's
the
like-
same as
it's like side boob, but it's like side butt. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is luckily one of my best sides.
Oh, sweet.
If it was on my right side, she would have seen some awful tattoos. But as it was, I'm not ashamed of the view that she had. There were no genitalia on display.
Nice.
Just pure cheek, a little bit of hair, and
I didn't see it like that, if that helps.
and then I was pleased, and I had a thought over Christmas actually that if I were to ever be walked in on in a bathroom, that I would adopt Uncle Frank's riposte from I can't remember whether it's Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2. It's Home Alone 2 when Kevin comes in and he's recording him singing in the shower. And he says, "Get out of here, you nosy little pervert.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, or I'm going to slap you silly."
Is that why you said
So
that?
then I so I dropped that in to make a little bit of an awkward situation a little bit lighter by referencing Home Alone.
Damn.
The wonderful character.
I should
of
probably
Frank.
do that.
I very much.
Just got to have it locked and loaded.
Yeah,
Because you're
like,
not going to
just
be able
be
to
ready.
think about it in the moment.
No, that's true.
In the
You just
moment.
got to be ready. You
Yeah.
got to.
I
Okay.
see, and here's the thing. I opened the door slowly because I was like, I'm just going to get paper towel. Saw Dan, immediately turned around. I was like, nope. I was like, damn,
She's
that.
like, no. Had an extra little look and then left.
No,
And
I did not.
I can't blame her. I'm not going to sit here and play the blame game. Good Lord.
It's more like I opened the door, you were yelling at me, I was yelling too, and I just like completely froze, and I was like,
But it's funny because I feel like everybody's had that experience here. Because I know I've had that experience here for sure. Like I've walked in on Olivia once by accident. It was my first week, and I remember she had just gotten hired too, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." Walked into the bathroom, immediately closed the door, and was like, "I can never work here again. This is fantastic."
I need to
Tender
go
my
home
resignation.
right now.
Just this is all great. I would like to resign. Corey has walked in on me once. It was a funny situation.
Hilarious. It was before 9 a.m. We both got here at like 8:30. Neither of us had fully woken up yet.
I haven't had my coffee yet, so I
and
was
Julian
just
was
not
just
here.
full, like, we just looked at each other, and then I closed the door, and I was like, that was weird.
I was just on my phone, and then she looks up at me, and I'm like, and she just quickly turned away and just closed the door.
As soon as I realized what was going on, I completely closed the door. But him and I both afterwards were like, "Damn, neither of us were awake yet," and that definitely happened longer than it should have.
because we literally looked at each other for like a hot second.
Hot second.
In my head, it's about 5 seconds. It's walking in.
Dan, have you walked in on anyone in the office? or?
I have been walked on previously. I was walked in on by Mystery Man, the boss, the big man, again in my first week. So I think it's like a rite of passage here that in the first week there has to be some kind of bathroom shenanigans. For HR purposes, they can't put that in the job description.
It's
But it's
it's the talent recap christening. Like you're like, you have your probation period, and then you have the walk-in bathroom period.
See,
once you get past that hump.
I just don't go into any of the big bathrooms because I'm so afraid of it happening. I go to the small one where like I can just keep my foot on the door.
yeah.
I remember when the locks don't work. But I remember when the locks didn't work.
When that shyster came around and told us that the locks were
Yes,
fixed.
exactly. Right.
Oh man.
I remember we started putting the trash can by the door as like a security measure. But realistically, what does that do other than a sound?
It creates
And
a
person just
barrier.
being-
It creates a barrier.
But like
the person's gonna hit the trash can before they open the door more.
But wouldn't you think that there would be that curiosity of, oh, I wonder what that was, and so you would open the door even more to check. So now you're actively scanning the room.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, person's in the bathroom, probably taking a deuce. I'm just gonna walk out.
It happens more than we'd like to admit.
Wow.
I think we really need to sort the locks out. I think that's the conclusion to come from this
Is that our 2024 resolution?
cavalcade of stories of people walking in. Fix them locks.
By the time season 3 of the podcast comes out,
Maybe.
maybe.
Even if we need to
No, I
install
mean like maybe
some
they'll be
kind of-
fixed.
Maybe they'll be fixed. That's what I was going to say. Maybe they'll be
Even if we need to install some kind of giant, like medieval, like where it's just a big plank of wood
Bonk.
in the thing.
Just
yeah.
a thing.
Really, the way that it would fix it though,
Like 7 different locks.
the way that it would fix it is if we had like the locks they have in like bar bathrooms where like you pull the thing over.
Yeah. That's what it needs.
Yeah.
That's all that we
Need
need.
something physical. None of this like, oh, it's within the mechanism of the door. Is it though?
Also, those
Is it?
locks freak me out because like if you look, there's only like a little like spot you could put like a needle in to unlock it, and I'm like, I'm gonna get stuck in there. I'm like, someone is not going to come and get me after this.
I think with all of the issues that we've got, the one thing we don't have to be worried about is being stuck in a
I
bathroom.
think you should knock on that.
Anybody can just open any door at any time that they want.
All of our conversations just kind of revolve around poop at some time.
Yeah,
you know?
it's rough. The
Yeah.
lunch times and stuff are always, you can set a timer of like, when's it going to be? Oh, who had 15 minutes? Who had 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to say I'm always that person where I'm like, guys, I'm almost done with my food. Please, after I'm done, we can talk about this.
Guys, I'm eating a beef paste sandwich
Like,
over
come
here.
on. Just looks at it. Yeah, I'm not that hungry
I will say,
anymore.
I will say though, as a child, shout out to my mother who watches these. As a child,
Shout out to Mama Caesar.
I would often mention like stuff like that at the dinner table. My mom would freak out at me.
Really?
Yes. And she'd be like, this is not a conversation for the dinner table, Corey. And I learned that. And I was like, cool. And then here with our lunches, it's like, there's like my inner child is just being ignited every single time we talk about it.
It's okay, Corey. You can talk about poop at the food table. At work, at least.
It's not dinner table talk, but it is lunch table talk.
Yeah.
So
Lunch
you're
table
all
talk.
good.
Friday lunch table talk.
Friday lunch table talk.
No, and it's so sad. Billy isn't here today because he's in Bulgaria. And we've been playing Uno No Mercy at lunch.
Oh my God.
It's been terrible.
It's brutal and so long.
It's so long, yeah. And we've been doing like a cute little like lunch and then like a game afterwards. And I kind of see it as Billy like team building us, if that makes sense. Because we do have 2 new coworkers who are amazing. We love you guys. Lexi, Cassidy, love you guys. I see it as like a team building thing.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm very competitive. So it ends up with me swearing at Billy 20 times, like a million times during the game. And it's so bad.
But I feel like that's just normal.
It is the game,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
also
most
like,
days with you and Billy.
Yeah, that's what I was
No.
going to say. That's
No.
That's pretty much your relationship
No.
with Billy. Yeah.
That's not
Billy's a
true.
dumbass, right?
No, we do pick on each other, but 9 times out of 10, we have serious conversations.
No, I know. But
No, we do. No, we do. I would like to say that I am very helpful with Billy. Thank you. I help him as much as I can.
Absolutely.
I was about to say, Dan, you can do entertainment recap alone if you'd like.
Hey, whoa. I'm not Billy here. Let's not be throwing all your Billy hate on me just because he's in Bulgaria. All right?
It's okay. I
It's
can help you. Don't worry. I can take over. Before we go into the episode, we also want to say that this might be the last time we see Dan on the podcast.
Yeah, it might be, depending on how quickly we get season 3 going. Yeah, my time is limited. It's a ticking clock.
Play the world's smallest violin song in the background.
Wait, Corey, it doesn't work when you sing it. You just have to, because I'll just dub it in.
I was singing it for you.
Oh, no, but you said play it, so you don't have to sing it.
You're welcome.
Did you say play it to your own brain? Was that what was going on?
I am that person, like 100%. Sorry, guys. Okay, take 2. Play the world's smallest violin song.
All right. Despacito
Alexa,
by Luis Fonsi
Alexa,
and Daddy Yankee from
Wrong
Apple
song.
Music.
No, play. Just forget it.
Indeed, I'm due to be destroyed in a controlled explosion at the end of March.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
What just happened?
it's
I like spaced out for
it's
like a
terrible-
second.
it's a terrible tragedy, but I will be. I've reached the end of my usefulness. And I will be, exploded by a really nice team of lads. I've met with them. We've gone through the whole thing, and
Wait,
so
is this
end
like
of March.
spontaneous combustion? Like you just,
No,
or
it's,
like
it's
this
more
is a
like
planned...
it's more like execution. Is
Yeah.
what I'm hearing.
You know, like when you, I tell you what it is. It's kind of like in Monsters Inc. when they find that sock, and then all the guys rush in and they put that like thing over it and they explode
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's what's going to happen to me. I got a thing in the mail, and they said this is going to happen, and.
Well, okay. So then, do you have any requests for the pod? Is there anything you would like to do? We're giving you power here on the pod.
Well, the sad thing, the crazy thing is that the request that I would have has already been fulfilled.
What is that?
Was our office quiz from last week. Oh my God, I could just do that for an hour. I could easily do that for an hour. Just
So
being
now for the
tested.
first hour of the pod.
I was about to say I'm gonna lose so badly, just like last week. It'll be another Corey. You're not invited to this.
No.
You can sit there and look pretty. You're good.
God.
As a huge fan of trivia, that's often where I'm happiest.
So would you like us to do another trivia thing?
I mean, if you wanted to do another trivia thing, I'm certainly not going to stand in your way.
I will say too, I would like to, can I say a few words, Dan?
Please.
Before your spontaneous combustion.
Thank you.
This is especially tragic.
We have a month.
This is tragic. Well, I want
If you need to
everybody
write
to know.
something.
No. I want everybody
Kind
who
of
watches
coming
the
into this a little
podcast.
not so prepared. You know what?
I want everybody in the podcast to know I'm especially bittersweet about Dan spontaneous combusting because him and I started.
Wait, why bittersweet? Why not just sad?
Yeah. What's
Okay.
sweet about
What's
it?
sweet about
Surely
this?
you're just bitter.
I'm just an optimistic person. I don't like being sad, so I do bittersweet instead.
But what's great about
Like, obviously, it's kind of great.
No,
we'll get an extra seat in the office.
Okay. So it's tragic. Would you rather me say tragic?
Yes.
Okay. So Dan leaving is
It's kind of bitter tragic.
Dan's spontaneous combusting is tragic because him and I. This is a fun fact. Him and I started working at Talent Recap on the same day. We got onboarded the same day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back in, what was it, June 7th, 2021 or something like that?
Or something like that. I mean, that's a very specific date to follow up with, or something like that. I think it was about 8 a.m. June 17th. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Yeah,
We started back together in June of
Yeah.
2021. So it's
onboarding
bittersweet.
twinsies. Yeah, and there was Catherine as well. You've outlasted all of us.
Yeah,
You
apparently.
are truly the Charlie Bucket of that particular insect group for Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
I see.
And Catherine fell into a chocolate river.
I was about to say, Catherine's a model now.
Well, she's done all right then.
Yeah, she's a model now. She's
So
doing good.
she's a model, and I will be exploded. So kind of swings and roundabouts, strikes and gutters.
one fell into the chocolate river of modeling, the other spontaneous combustion. On a
One of
specific
them
date.
got mauled to death by squirrels, or I can't remember what.
Oh yeah. What was it?
Oh, yeah.
Veruca
Salt
Salt.
gets,
There we go.
yeah.
Well, no, that's the blueberry girl, no?
No, the Blueberry
that's
Girl's the one with the
Veronica
Beauregard.
Beauregard. That's the one.
Or
Veruca Salt
Augustus was the one
Augustus Gloop in
who.
the
fell into the chocolate
fountain.
river. Yeah.
And then Mike TV, Obsessed with TV, gets shrunk.
yeah.
And then they like stretch it. Well, in the book at least.
They stretch him.
out. I can't remember what happens in the film.
Wow.
I think they do too.
Yeah?
I think so, because I've seen both of the movies multiple times.
Have y'all ever read the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
No.
It was
The Great
the
Glass
Great Glass
Elevator.
Elevator.
That
I
is
thought it was pretty good.
Madness.
Oh.
I've
That
never
is-
read the
It's
Charlie and the
so
Chocolate
good.
Factory
They go to
stuff. I didn't
space or
know.
something. right?
They
Yeah.
go to space. They encounter these shape-shifting aliens called the
Yeah.
Vermicious Knids.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was Roald Dahl on his like.
I just see the cogs turning in your mind, dude. I'm just like, the fact that you remember this is insane.
I'm really impressed. Yeah. I
Wow.
don't remember. I've never read the books. That's so funny too.
It's Roald Dahl. As a British child, all British children have to read his not his entire oeuvre, but a decent chunk of his books, and they're great. To be fair,
Yeah.
Wow.
they're great. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, the BFG, the Twits, which
The
is
Twits.
often there's rumors of it being turned into a film of these old awful people who are really mean to
Interesting.
each other.
Yep.
George's Marvelous Medicine, James
love
and the
that
Giant
one.
Peach.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I know James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah, lots and lots of great stuff.
The BFG got turned into a movie, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was Spielberg.
Yeah,
turned
wow.
into a film, it was really good, really kind of heartwarming.
Can I say a book fun fact I found out yesterday?
Please,
A bun fact.
Book
Or a
fun-
Book
fact?
fun fact.
No,
Yeah,
but then
I see what you're doing.
but then it would be a fun fact about buns.
Okay, I'm just gonna say my book fun fact. You ready for this? So I saw a tweet yesterday that was a guy standing in front of a house, and he's like, "This is the house that F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote The Great Gatsby in."
Sure, lovely.
The rest of it said in Buffalo, New York, and I was like,
Oh.
hold on. I don't think you guys understand. I have been obsessed with The Great Gatsby and F. Scott Fitzgerald. I read one of his books every summer.
I think we were going to say Buffalo, New York.
No. I've been obsessed with him and his writing ever since I read The Great Gatsby in literally 11th grade.
Wow.
And I am just finding out now that he grew up. Well, he was born in St. Louis, Minnesota.
Sure.
Is it Minnesota or Missouri?
Missouri's the big one. I never know with America though, because
I
I don't know.
you
know.
always double
he
up on
he
the
was born in St. Louis,
placement.
whichever one. Please put the detail on the screen. And then his sorry, Julian. And then his
Please put up a short biopic about F. Scott Fitzgerald.
and then his dad's job moved him and his family to Buffalo, which I think is a weird move. I if I had to guess, I think it's Minnesota because the upstate Western New York dialect is very Minnesota.
Right.
As you can tell from my A's. But so he moved to Buffalo, spent the majority of his childhood between Buffalo and Syracuse. And I was like, me growing up in Rochester, me being like, this is the most boring place ever. Sorry, people who like Rochester. When you grow up anywhere, you hate it. I promise. I was like, F. Scott Fitzgerald grew up in Buffalo. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
I couldn't believe that. I found that out yesterday. I guess so. I'm just like, bro really wrote The Great Gatsby sitting outside, probably sitting on his porch, looking at the snow in Buffalo, New York. And I'm like, oh, so you were imagining a new life for yourself, just like I was when I was reading it. That's why I connected with this book so much. So yeah, that's my fun fact about books for the day.
Nice.
Wow.
I like that.
Your bun fact.
Good bun fact.
I guess
Good
you
bun
can call it a
fact.
bun fact.
A bun fact.
Why are we calling it a bun fact?
Because book, fun, bun.
So what I'm hearing is F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime and all down here in the talent recap basement.
F is for fire to burn down cities. U is for uranium. Bomb. N is for no survivors.
Plankton.
We're referencing SpongeBob.
Welcome to the recap room.
Yes. Anyways, with that being said, welcome to the recap room.
Do, 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 do.
Wow. I didn't expect that to be the intro.
I mean, please play the music though. I mean, that can't be.
Or do both.
Oh,
Do both.
boy.
I like doing both.
Well, okay, so we'll actually play the music. Here's the music. Hey everyone, welcome to the Recap Room, your go-to podcast for all the inside scoop and hot takes on all our favorite shows. Today on the season finale of season 2 of the Recap Room, we have our special guests in the left seat on the, I was going to say in the corner, but
I was about to
in
say-
the left seat.
I was about to say, technically, I'm the right seat, I think. Oh, no, left seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameras.
In the left seat. Possibly the right, depending on where you're sitting from or looking at.
It depends on how you look at it.
We have the one, the only, with the reporter voice, Corey Caesar. Woo!
Hey, everyone.
And in the right seat, we have the one who is not a boomer, who just turned 37?
8
years old. Also, possibly a boxer. Gonna be spontaneously combusting in less than a month. The one, the only, Dan Roberts.
Thank you.
As you can tell, we brought in our best group today for the finale.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But he cannot introduce himself on the finale. So everybody give us a round of applause for our fabulous host of this podcast, fabulous host of the Recap Room, one of the best editors. No, I'm kidding. I can't say that with Dan here.
You can say one of the best. I mean, there's two of
Okay,
us.
one of the best editors at the Recap Group, Julian.
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Hi, everyone.
We are hype about this last episode.
Yeah. Yes.
We finally know the winner of AGT Fantasy League.
Well,
Technically, didn't we know?
we knew the winner.
We finally
from
know
the
the winner
beginners
versus we finally know the winner has officially been announced.
Beginning.
Yes. The world knows.
The world
The
also
world
knows the winner. Yes.
And by the time you're watching this, it has already probably been a week. So-
That's okay. We live in our own little world.
Exactly.
We're okay.
Exactly. Yeah, but still watch this episode even though
Yes.
it's pointless.
Yeah.
But we've got an exciting episode today. We're going to be talking about, I guess, the performances
Yes.
and then just them announcing the winners, which they somehow were able to drag out into 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which
jeez.
I don't know, but I mean, may not happen here. You're not going to be sitting here for 2 hours. I would hope not.
They won't let us.
Hopefully they won't. They
They're very
absolutely
keen.
I was
will
about to say
not let us
we have
sit here for
we
2
have
hours.
frankly other things we have to do today,
yeah,
unfortunately.
Yes.
But yeah, so we're not going to do Slayer Nate, but I'm just gonna announce some of the people who were on this week as performances and some of the things that were happening.
Wait, Julian, can you tell us how you really felt about this episode?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't.
It was you
was
say
all right.
say what you told me this morning.
What did I say this morning?
You said to me that this episode was a waste of time.
Well, yeah, I did say it was. I mean, I said this was pointless.
Julian.
Wait,
But-
didn't I say this in the beginning of the episode?
But Cody Lee's performance was not pointless. Wanted to put my
Oh yeah.
opinion there. There you
Yeah,
go. Now
I
you
mean,
can go.
I just I mean,
Yeah.
do you really have to just why couldn't you do it in the last episode? Like, hey, here's the winners. Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see all these performances, stay till the end.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, the people who did perform, we have Sheila E., Pack Drumline, and Unbeatable for one of the performances. We got Steven Sanchez and Cody Lee for the second performance. We have AGT performers, also known as Billy and Emily England, Aiden Bryan, Sophie Dossie, Brian Justin Crum, Terry Crews, Lauren Allred, and the Ramadani brothers.
Wait, take Terry Crews out of that. I didn't mean to write down Terry Crews there.
Take two. AGT performers, we have also known as Billy and Emily England, Aiden Bryan, Sophie Dossie, Brian Justin Crum, Lauren Allred, and the Ramadani brothers. God, that lower third was crazy.
I know. I was like to Julian, I'm like, just write AGT performers.
Yeah.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, but anyways, the next performers were Drake Milligan and Chapel Hart. Then we had Callum Scott and Musa Mota, Robin S. and Sainted, and then Shadow Ace and David Taylor. So, how did we feel? I mean, I thought they were all
we want to go
slays.
through. We want to go. I've got thoughts on all of them.
I have thoughts on all of them as well.
I'd like y'all to give me your thoughts because I think they're all. I'm going to be very gentle here. I think they're all slays. They did amazing.
Yeah.
Truly, we're here for the Ramadani brothers, the winners of
Yes.
the entire.
Congratulations
AGT
to the Ramadani
Fantasy.
brothers.
Very
Yeah,
well
congratulations.
I
yeah.
will say, I saw yesterday on Reddit that someone had commented to them on Instagram being like, I think you guys should win the show.
You did tell me this.
And they wrote back, what was it? Maybe we will or something like that.
Yeah, we got there's a pretty good chance of that or something like that.
I was like, they're shady.
They're not shady. They're just,
Also, the day the
just being
episode,
cheeky,
the day
you know?
the episode aired, like that morning, they posted this long thing thanking their manager and thanking the show before it was announced that they won.
As they should.
Not keeping it chill.
I would like to say,
Ramadani.
as a normal fan, I would have been absolutely pissed if I didn't like know this information. I would have been like, I just watched this for 7 weeks. You've got to be kidding me right now. Like, I did not want to know that from Instagram.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Ramadanis. There's such a thing as being a bad winner. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
That's not
just
what-
saying that
That's
maybe
not what she's saying,
keep-
Ramadani.
keep
bro.
it
Stop
to
putting
yourself.
words in her mouth.
keep it to yourself for just a little bit longer.
Just keep it. Stop spreading it around, Ramadani brothers. Keep it to yourself.
This is a very aggressive segment.
Anyway. All right, Dan, who
So-
are we talking about first? Or Julian, whichever one of you would like to speak
well,
first.
Let's just go in order.
You know what? Just go in order. So Sheila E, Pack
Sheila
Drumline,
E.
and the Unbeatable.
Still got it.
Yeah, still got
She's
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
And like singing and the drumming and the fact that she was there and she was drumming means that the drumming was the focus,
Right.
which means that this by far was their best performance all season.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Because you hear the drumming.
can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can I have
Corey.
Can I have a
Yes.
Gen Z moment?
Yes.
Do it.
We have
Dan,
to do
who's,
one more
who's
before you
Sheila? Who's Sheila
spontaneously-
E?
Combust.
Sheila E. Wikipedia's there for you.
I'm
Corey.
just.
Wikipedia's there for you.
You know what? I'm always explaining things to you. It's your turn to explain things to me. Who is Sheila E?
Sheila E. She's a drummer. She was in a band. She always comes up in the list of like when people are like, oh, there's no good like women drummers.
Okay.
She's always up there because
I mean,
there aren't that many.
I have
to
no
be
idea
fair.
who she is.
Right. Okay. Well, let's go to the. She's an American singer and drummer.
Okay.
She's 66.
That doesn't help me much. Okay.
But,
what
I mean,
does she
impressive.
sing? What does she sing? She was
let's have a look.
66 and she pulled
Is
off
she
that
Gen
performance.
X? Is
That
she
was
a
a good
boomer? Is she a
performance.
millennial?
She was born in 57, so I think she would be a boomer.
Wow.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
So her career
Okay.
began in the mid-1970s
Boomer.
as a percussionist for the George Duke Band. After separating from the group in 83, she began collaborating with someone that hopefully you know. Jesus Christ, this is high stakes. Prince.
Yeah, I know Prince. I don't know Prince as well as I know Michael Jackson, but I do know of Prince.
Sure.
Okay.
And then she had a debut album in 1984, included her biggest hit, The Glamorous Life. She is sometimes referred to as the queen of percussion. So she's just like, if you're looking for a female drummer, it's her. Or Karen Carpenter. There was this video that went viral like maybe last year now of Karen Carpenter doing like jazz drumming. I think I maybe showed you.
You might have showed me because we went down a rabbit hole
Just
of
a
like
whole-
drumming.
yeah. It was
Okay,
fine.
so she would be like, from working with Prince,
Mhm.
she would be similar to, do you know Michael Jackson's like bands?
Not massively, but I mean, a similar kind of thing. Yeah, she would be able to, because all
Like,
of these...
like he had this one guitar player. Her name's Orianthe. That's like
Right.
her name. She from there is like the female. I don't know what she's doing
Right.
now, but like back then she was like the female guitar player.
There's all these people who throughout kind of musical history are like, they're not going to necessarily be the kind of the front and set. They're not going to have their own band. I mean, obviously
Right.
she went and had her debut, she released
I was
stuff
about to
on
say
her own.
Orianthe went and had like one song.
But like when you get these Michael Jacksons and the Princes and these incredible artists, they just surround themselves with their tightest musicians.
Got it. Okay.
Because everyone wants to work with them. And so she is, in terms of female drummers throughout history, she's
So
like
phenomenal.
right up there.
She's like,
Okay,
yeah.
Sheila E. I now know who you are, and I appreciate this act even more.
shout out to you, Sheila E.
Sheila E. 66, man.
That's
she's
what I'm
singing
saying.
and she's drumming.
Which is crazy.
Amazing.
I mean, like being, I don't know. I wouldn't want to think that like, and it's hard to not think this way, but it's like once you get to a certain age, you would think that people would just be like, all right, I'm just going to let
Yeah.
go. Still kicking.
Yeah.
Still kicking.
Absolutely.
Still,
And I thought it was their best performance because you could hear the drumming and the drumming
Yeah.
was the focus. And it's like, look how good these guys are at drumming. Like, yeah, that's their whole thing. So
Yeah.
dancing and jumping around. And then when The Unbeatable came out, I thought it was a little bit disappointing that they started playing music. I was like, let's just stick with the packed drumline.
Yeah.
Thinking of how like drum based a lot
Yeah.
of like South Asian music is. I was like, oh shit, this is the collaboration that we need. But they were still there, but it was that kind of, they're still playing music.
Yeah.
For anyone who just saw my reaction, I opened up my phone to Marissa texting us saying the cops are here, by the way.
Wait, what?
And I was like,
Yeah, we got a call of a podcast being recorded downstairs that's too fire? Too fire? We got an arson call that people are starting fires down in the basement by recording a podcast that is just on point.
Now, should we? Tell me if this is a
go
good
record
idea.
it.
Go record it and find out what's going on.
We could.
Sure.
Wait, I think Marissa just responded to me. Oh, she did not.
She did not.
It was Ida saying back, what?
Should we just go upstairs?
Yeah, I think we should. All right, we're going hand camera, so enjoy this.
Wait. There's a picture here.
Oh, there's a picture. Let's look at the picture.
There's a detective upstairs. Why is there a detective upstairs? Would it be weird if we just showed up upstairs?
I mean,
No.
yeah.
Why is there a detective?
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't record.
We're not
But
going
we
to
should-
record because
let's go
it's the police,
upstairs
so
and-
we're going to see what's going on.
Yeah, let's
we'll
just
be
go
back.
upstairs and check out what's going on.
Sorry, y'all.
We'll be right back.
A few moments later.
It was just a guy who'd parked over the sidewalk.
Over the
Yeah.
legal limit.
Yeah.
Lame. No guns.
But you know
No
what's funny?
shit.
As I was walking, oh god.
I mean, not firing at us, but you want a little bit of something.
No spontaneous combustion. Sorry, Dan. It would have been the second
too soon.
spontaneous.
It's
Too
too
soon. Too soon. That's the first thing I thought of when I walked to work. I saw the dude's car like kind of there, and I'm like, who's fucking like this asshole with a what is it?
Don't be
A
a
Dodge
dickhead.
fucking Camaro or some shit, or like a
It
Charger?
was a Charger.
Some dude with some asshole with a fucking Charger. Yes, I'm calling you a fucking
Wow.
asshole because come on, man. Like, do you not see that the rest of the fucking sidewalk is, it's like people who ride their scooters or motorcycles on the fucking sidewalk.
I hate that.
And then get mad at you for not moving over.
Yeah.
There's a bike
You're
lane.
not supposed to be there.
There's a bike that happened to me yesterday. I was coming home from work and I was walking up to my building and someone on an e-bike came past me and I'm like, dude, there's a bike lane on my street. Like, get in the bike lane.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
My one is when you're crossing over on a stripe crossing. We call them pelican crossings in the UK. What do you call them over here? Zebra. Well, I guess zebra crossing. Anyway,
Crosswalks.
Crosswalk, yeah.
There we go.
you're going across,
Pelican
and then the fucking car pulls over like 3/4 of the way, and you're like, "Oh, I'll just go around it.
Yeah,
shall I?
yeah,
I'll just go around this. Don't worry about it." And then the worst one is when you have right of way. They've tried to nip through. They haven't quite been able to. They were too slow. And then as you're approaching, they go, "Go on, mate." They let you go. I'm like, I have the legal
fucking-
right of
Yeah.
way here. You get the fuck back.
God.
I I will say I'm my father's daughter, and I walked up to that car and I'm like, yeah, that's a Charger.
You know what's funny?
Dodge Charger.
I'm very much when it comes to these scenarios. Like I like to think I'm a very nice guy, right?
Yeah.
But I
Seconded.
I am
I'd
like
say third even.
Yeah.
Really? Wait, what?
You're a good lad.
Oh, thanks. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice dude.
You're
Thanks,
as Dan
guys.
says, a good lad.
A good lad.
Good
Stand
lad.
up chap.
Thank
A
you.
stand-up chap.
That makes me feel so warm. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to fish for comments, for likes.
I like to think I'm a nice guy. What do you
What do you guys think? Do you guys think the same? Ew.
Progress.
Sorry. But anyways, yeah. I like to think I'm a nice guy. Fine. Yes, sure. But when it comes to anything having to do with public transportation or walking or commuting,
Mm-hmm.
I am a diehard New Yorker. I get in that New York mentality where I'm like, don't get in my way.
Yeah.
Let me get to where I have to get
Yeah.
to. And that's where my like non-instinctive, like mean side comes out a little bit. Cause like, and it's crazy. I feel so proud of it sometimes. I'm not going to lie. There was one time where I was crossing a street and a dude's about to hit me. I have the fucking right of way. I don't even flinch at the guy. I just literally look over at him and he's like, and I literally am like, are you fucking kidding me? Look at the fucking light. Like I literally said it to him. And as I walked across, I was like, oh, I don't know what overcame me.
I'm a
Like, I don't
tough New York guy.
No, literally, like, I don't know. And that's the one thing I've learned. You don't get in the way of it. Like New Yorkers, they're mean but kind. And I mean that as in like,
Yeah.
like you don't get in their way.
No.
They'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
They'll literally just like, if you drop your wallet, they'll go up to you and be like, what are you fucking stupid? You did take your wallet before somebody takes your money.
Yeah.
So they're mean, but they're kind, you know, they're honest.
It's like there was one weekend where I was going to do laundry and I was out. I was like, you know, carrying my boyfriend and I's laundry. I have one in my backpack bag in my back. I have another one I'm carrying, and I'm walking out of my building, and this innocent bystander, I will call him, innocent bystander is walking by and literally stops and asks if I need help. Now, mind you, I am portraying a single lady. I'm not a single lady, but because my boyfriend was not with me, I have reason to believe that this person would not have talked to me if he was with me, aside from the fact that I was carrying 2 bags of laundry. In my mind, I'm like, this man's going to run off with my laundry.
Oh,
I did not hand it to him. And I struggled all the way to the laundromat because I was like, I don't know this person. I'm not letting him touch my laundry. But I'm like 95% sure this person was just trying to be nice.
Because that's what all the clever robbers and thieves are going after these. It's like, I could get a giant bag of someone else's dirty laundry.
I know.
Cha-ching!
I don't even know what was going through my brain. I'm like, is he going to sell it at Plato's Closet? Like, I don't dress that nicely. Like, he's not going to sell it there. But like, I think it was someone generally trying to be nice. But like, as a lady, especially, like, you can't trust anyone.
I think it's also just you don't expect kindness to happen.
Yeah.
You know, like there was one instance I was at the gym and I remember I saw a cell phone that was just sitting there right next to like a bench. And I was like, oh shit, someone left their cell phone.
Yeah.
So I took it downstairs and I took it to the front desk and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I think somebody just left their cell phone. Like, you know, maybe have lost it. And again, it's a phone that's been unattended for more than 2 minutes,
Yeah.
you know? I'm like, shit, like who would leave their cell phone, right? So I come back and I see this dude walk up to the bench and kind of look around. And I'm like, oh, hey, dude, are you looking for your cell phone? I just brought it downstairs. And he's like, why the fuck would you take my cell phone downstairs? Like, you know, I just left a second ago.
Yeah.
And he left. I didn't say anything. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you're coming at me when you're the idiot who left your phone here unattended,
Yeah.
probably went to the bathroom
Yeah.
and didn't think that somebody could have stolen it. I did you a fucking favor.
I will say, while I agree with you, in the gym, 2 things equal someone saving that bench: a phone or a water bottle. That usually means they're going to get weights. Because I do that all the time.
The weights were right in front of him.
I left my phone unattended at my gym yesterday for almost 5 minutes because I had to go get weights from a different room.
But
It's
he
just-
was gone
I know.
for a while.
I know. Some people do that. Some people will like put their water bottle on like the seat of the machine.
That makes sense.
But then I will move their water bottle and start working because they're not there. So I'm like, you know, doing my thing. They'll be like, I was working in there. And I'm like, how was I supposed to know that other than your water bottle?
Right. Exactly.
You know,
So
how was I supposed, that's probably what happened there. And like, some people aren't slick about it. Like, I agree with you. I would have done the same thing, but I'm like, some people, like, especially the rage people have at the gym, like, I would have been like, oh, I get it if it were me.
well, that's the thing. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with this guy.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
at a
worth
gym.
it.
I'm not the most buff person. This dude looked like he lifted a little, like he's been lifting, you know, like I'm not going to, there's no reason for me to kind of start an argument. And at the same time, I'm also just like, hey man, just appreciate that your phone's still there and like appreciate that. Yeah, maybe it was a misunderstanding, but like there was kindness here.
Yeah.
It wasn't
intention.
there was intention.
What
I
I'm
could have stolen
hearing-
your phone and sold it, you know, if I wanted to.
What I'm hearing is
But I
hashtag roid rage.
didn't. Hashtag road rage.
Yeah. That is one
Big
of the,
heads.
I will say to all of our viewers out there, that's one of the benefits of being a lady in the gym. You get the looks that are like, oh, why are you here? But you also get the looks that like, when I wear a short tank top to the gym, I get the now. And it's so funny every time because I've built my shoulders up and people will just be like, as I'm walking by them and I'm going to do like my shoulder exercise and I'm like, either it's in my head or it's happening, but it's definitely happening. It's definitely happening. Like
Corey
I've seen
having
it
her
happen.
Baywatch moment.
I was
at
having,
the
yeah,
gym.
no, because I go to a gym that's primarily men. Like when there are other women there, I'm like confused.
I think it's a lot of gyms. I'm not
I know.
gonna lie.
Well,
Yeah.
there's obviously like always groups of like some women that go together. Like I see them and I'm like, hey, can I be a part of your group? And they're like, and I'm like, okay, guess not. But yeah, no, I have no friends at the gym other than my boyfriend.
gyms
But
are uncomfortable.
but-
I
Are
will
you
say.
sure you guys are pronouncing it right? Jim. Jim. Where is this?
Wait, are you confused? Wait,
Jim.
Jim?
what is it? Do you know what a gym is?
What's a gym?
What do you guys call it?
I'm just making a joke.
He's making it, yeah.
I took a punt on something. It didn't
I'm sorry.
work.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just slow. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, but really, any lady out there who's like afraid of going to a weightlifting gym, just remember all of those men are more interested in looking at themselves or comparing their own physique to other men. They don't care about you. Just don't get in their way.
It's a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, don't
At
get
the
in
end of the day.
Don't get in their way. And once
And then
you've
there are
been
the
there,
good ones. There are the good ones
yeah.
at the gym.
Once you've
dicks.
been there and
Good
you've
dicks, yes.
established your gym
Fine
dominance,
penises. You know?
once you've been there and you've established your gym dominance, that is when the good ones start actually like. There's one day where I walked over to the bench and I was like, hey, are you using that? They're like, no. They walked right away and I was like thanks. Or I've worked in on sets with like dudes I don't know and I'm like, okay, cool, we're being nice about it, and not be like 3 sets left. Like, I can't. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't commit. You know what I
See,
mean?
this is why I like to attempt to work out at home. Notice how I said the word attempt, because half the time it is me just being like, I'm going to work out. And then by the time I'm getting home at 7 p.m., I'm like, I'm tired. I want to eat and do nothing else.
See, my unfortunate obsession is people watching. And there is no better place to people watch other than a gym.
Breaking news, Corey is a stalker. No,
No, because it's like you'll be sitting there and like you have your 2-minute rest and you're sitting there, you're like,
They're
wow,
comparing penises right now.
Those are some fine.
you're like, oh, I've got my rest time, and you're looking around and you're like, oh, that's interesting. That guy comes here a lot. Who's that girl? And then next time he shows up, he's with a different girl, and you're like, oh. You're like, oh,
damn.
Yeah, no, I fully, and I have names for all the people that my boyfriend and I see often, and I'm like, that person seems very nice, type of thing.
Can you give us 3 names that you call some of these people?
There's one guy that has really long hair and he's always doing arms.
Long hair?
So he's long hair and always doing arms guy.
Long hair. and always
There's
doing
one
Rolls off the
guy.
tongue.
There's
Yeah,
one
right?
guy. I haven't seen him in a while. There's one dude who is always in the weightlifting
I
section.
haven't seen him in a while, guy.
No. This there's more to this. Haven't seen him in a while. Always in the weightlifting section of like the benches and everything. Always has like a 60 or 70 pound weight. Has his music on like blasting in his headphones. He is singing along and screaming.
No, he's not.
He is. He's going, ah! And then between his reps, he's singing to the music. I can't make this shit up. He smells like weed every single time. And I'm like, yeah,
that's great.
I'm like, bro, you're having a great day right now.
Oh, I love that.
I'm like, please, though, for the love of God, stop screaming in my ear. That's guy number 2. Guy number 2 is headphone guy.
Headphone guy.
That's like the 4th most interesting thing about it. Weed screamer.
Weed screamer. Weed screamer.
No, the worst was like when I tried to
Gotta
go in the
rebrand
morning.
These names, you know, we gotta.
When I tried to go in the morning, he was there, and it's much better when you see him in the afternoon because in the morning he's the same exact way, and it's crazy.
Not saying that this conversation is pointless. This is why I'm saying that this.
We haven't even talked about AGT once.
We've got through one fucking performance, and it's like
because we didn't even talk about all of it. We didn't talk about the Unbeatable once.
Can I be honest? And please, to those who love AGT, please do not take offense. Do you feel the same way? I feel like, honestly, this episode is pointless. They could have literally been like, congratulations to our winners, the Ramadani brothers. I understand they like to do performances and things leading up, but then why don't you just combine that and make one mega episode instead of having me watch 35 different like commercial breaks after one act goes and Terry being like, stay tuned for our next act right after the break. You're like,
have the Ramadani brothers be crowned at the end of the last one, and then next episode we're gonna, I guess just desperately, that's the piece of information they need to keep people watching,
because they're just trying to
we're
like
going to have a Fantasy League showcase. That's the next episode. It's going to be a celebration of the season. We're going to look back at some of our favorite things, and we're going to something to do.
I don't know. I am curious to hear about this third person, by the way. Like you
I'm
should
thinking
tell us
about
about
who the third person is, because the third person, I feel like I should go a completely different route. No, the third person, I'll go a completely different route. There's this one lady that I consider to be the token. No, there's two ladies that I consider to be the token gym ladies that I see all the time. That I'm like, I'm very.
Thank God we didn't get canceled.
No. Two ladies that I consider the token gym ladies. I always see them. They're always like, one of them I feel like I've warmed up to recently, and she's been very nice to me, and I'm like, cool. We give each other a thumbs up, smile, awesome. Another one I always end up working across from, and I'm like, I really like you, but like, never said a word to her type of thing. I never said a word to the other one either. So I guess there's two. There's the two really nice gym ladies that I'm like, I like both of you guys. Right. But at the same time, I feel like we'd have absolutely nothing in common. You know what I mean? That's the only thing though. That's the only thing. Like they're not anywhere near my age bracket at all. But yeah, so my 3 are long-haired guy who is very nice. I've talked to him before.
Guy, yes.
There's headphone guy,
probably rebranding to weed screaming guy.
And then I'm going to be, this is a compliment for anybody who doesn't know this. There's the 2 muscle mommies.
Muscle mommies.
Do you guys know that term?
I do know what muscle mommy is.
They're legit muscle mommies. Like every time they're lifting, I'm like, I wish I could do that.
Do you know what muscle mommy means?
I think I went on that website once, and it really... It opened my eyes.
It opened your eyes?
No.
So what is a muscle mommy?
It's a very fit woman.
Okay. Do you know what the term mommy means in slang?
I mean,
you know what mother means.
Beyond, but I feel like neither of these just mean a mother. So no, I don't.
So mommy is like a very attractive girl that you could possibly say that you fantasize over. So you could call someone mommy. So like,
muscle mommy in this sense has nothing to do with fantasizing.
No, I know.
Okay, I was just making sure. I just wanted to make that clear.
No. I just wanted to say mommy is like the first like,
Got it.
It is a little bit strange because it's
so an attractive person who's not necessarily a mother.
Yes,
could still be a mommy.
You could still be a mommy. Right. You know. It is a bit strange why, because, you know, daddy is in the mix, so they wanted to also. But
so this girl that I watch on TikTok, I would consider her to be a muscle mommy. She's a bodybuilder.
Right.
So a female bodybuilder is a muscle mommy.
Yes.
Or somebody strong and like physique wise.
But then surely that must be like, there must be people who find her attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is mommy about her? Just the fact that she's female?
I guess it's like an empowering term for female body, for people, females who want to go to the gym type of thing. Yeah.
There would be guys on Twitter probably being like, crush me with your thighs.
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
So, like, that would definitely be one
Demolish
of the things.
me forever.
Please, muscle mommy.
I was about to say, here, I'll give you, I feel like I didn't show you her at her most bulk.
We should probably get back to AGT right after this.
That's fine. We'll do that.
And then try to wrap this up before... There's a countdown timer on you, Dan. Why does it say 5 minutes?
Oh no! Scene and scanners.
Toby from 5 different.
By far and away the most expensive.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
For no reason too. They didn't have to make that the most expensive shot. Oh,
and he's just getting shot in the head. Wowzers.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, she is a female bodybuilder.
Wow.
So now we're going to actually talk about AGT, right, Julian?
Yes. Speedrun AGT.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to start?
I'll start.
Go for it.
All right, go for it.
Steven Sanchez and Cody Lee. This was I think honestly, I've loved Cody Lee for so long, but this might have been his best performance ever.
Wow.
I did not know who Steven Sanchez was. I knew this song. I never knew. Bro, I was sitting there. I'm like, ooh, Steven Sanchez is giving Drake Milligan. You guys know how I feel about Drake Milligan.
She's got the hots from Drake
my
Milligan.
boyfriend's sitting next to me as I'm watching this. I'm like, wow, Steven Sanchez is really hot. And my boyfriend's like, thanks. He's like, thanks. Steven Sanchez, I obviously don't know who he is. I think that this was, to me, this is an introductory to him. Obviously not to the world, but
Do you know who he is?
No,
I was about to say, as an introductory for him, I thought that it was very, obviously, a lot of it is produced and whatever, but I think that it's a really big thing to go on stage with someone and let them sing the vast majority of your song. And I think that he did a really good job of letting Cody Lee sing a lot of the important parts of the song. And obviously he was beautiful in it. I would like to personally go to LA and hug whoever set up this pairing because, oh my God, their harmony was amazing. I was obsessed with this one. I could watch it every single day and be so happy. Like, this is one of the ones that in a few months, I'm going to go back to it and be like, yeah, this is like music to my ears. It was so, so, so good.
I thought they were great. What about you, Dan?
Good, lovely song.
Amazing. All right, moving on. All right, so AGT performers, which I am not going to say because
Lauren Allred, Brian Justin Crumb, Ramadani Brothers, Sophie Dawsey, Aiden Bryant, and Billy and Emily England.
Nice.
Thank you.
10 points for Corey.
Woohoo!
And Gryffindor. I don't know.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Yes. Anyways. But yeah,
I thought it was a great song choice.
That was great.
The song choice is like
Fantastic.
keyed in of like, this is mental and there's lots of stuff going on. So it all made sense.
Which is kind of crazy because it's like the amount of performers on one. Like, yes, I understand it, but like just seeing it from an outside perspective, it's like, sure you want to bring out all these people onto stage?
Yeah. And like
kind of worked. I mean, it wasn't terrible,
Yeah. I mean, last week I was fully shading it being like, why are they doing this? This is a terrible idea. It's giving Aiden Bryant and then the Bellows sisters performing with Adam Lambert. That was a terrible performance in my opinion.
I'll never forget that performance.
This one, I didn't know what to expect. I should have put it together because once again, the producer for this one did a fabulous job as well. One, having Lauren Allred sing another Greatest Showman song. Can we talk about that for a second? Having Lauren Allred sing another Greatest Showman song?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
She didn't even have to learn the song most likely because she was one of the people that like helped the writers, what is it called? Introduce the songs to the
guide vocalist.
She was a guide vocalist, yes. So I'm like, she probably knew this song already. Brian Justin Crumb, amazing. I don't usually like him. I loved the two of them together. When the camera turned and it was Billy and Emily, I was like, fabulous. It turned to Sophie Dawsey doing that like slow turny thing. And I'm like, yeah, this is a circus. You guys are totally right. Turns to Aiden Bryant. I'm like, cool. Awesome. Later though, Ramadani Brothers are cool too. They just kind of always do that though. But later when Sophie and Aiden are on the aerial hoop together.
Yeah.
She just turned herself into a pair of rings for him to hold on to.
I need that to be a full act. Yeah. Because those two worked so well together and they're two people that both learned it themselves, self-taught. I'm impressed. That's it. That's what I have to say about this one. I kept it short. You're welcome.
Sure.
Yeah. The only other thing I have to say, shiny silver bum.
Not the golden bum?
Not the golden bum.
Shiny silver
Damn
bum.
it.
Silver bum.
Very nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Lovely.
For this next one, Corey, I'm giving you 30 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Chapel
ready.
Hart and Drake Milligan. 3, 2, 1, go.
Drake Milligan, beautiful as always. Chapel Hart, I've been saying since day one, if you came back to this show and sang that song, I love it. I love them. I love them so much. This song is gold. They're going to win awards for this song. You're welcome. How much longer? I have 12. I did good. Oh my God. Okay. Chapel Hart has never sounded better with this song. I love You Can Have Him, Jolene. I'm like, when they came out and they started singing that song, I was like, woo! I moved away from the camera for the thing from that. You're welcome. And that's it. I love Chapel Hart so much, and this song was amazing. Drake Milligan was hot. That's it.
I love that you you saw that you had 15 seconds left, and instead of stopping, you kept going.
And took time to praise herself. Let's not forget.
And
Took
even
part of that 30 seconds. Oh my God, I'm doing so well at this.
as the timer's still
I'm
going.
amazing.
At the 15-second mark, I was done. That's why I kept going.
Well, technically, we paused it, and you kept going until 32.
Technically, I should be allowed to finish my sentence. Thank you.
Ouch.
Your turn, Dan.
All right, Dan.
Tell us how hot you think Drake Milligan is.
I mean, I feel like he should be famous. He is what I imagine young kind of girls who like country music would just fall in love with.
I don't even like country
He's
music.
good looking. He's fresh faced. He's got that really deep kind of country voice. He seems nice and I don't know. He's got good charisma on the stage. Like this guy should be super duper famous. And then Chapel Hart. See how much better it is when you sing a good song and not like, I love America and America's the greatest. Better.
Amazing. 32 seconds as
You
well.
can have him,
If she's getting 32, I'm getting 30.
Jolene.
All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Chapel Hart, amazing. I love the fact that, like Dan said, you're not leaning so much into the America. And Drake Milligan, you are a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Look at this bragging.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's
Damn.
move on. Callum Scott, Musamota.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing 30 seconds or no? I can do 30 seconds for this
You
one.
can?
Just try and.
All right, you're not going to see it this time. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
So I really liked this performance because Callum Scott, everybody forgets he started out on BGT. I love him. His voice is amazing. I love that he's becoming like more widely known now. I didn't like the camera work for this because I barely saw Musa Mota. I felt like it was so much of me being like, I love Callum Scott so much. Oh my God, I love his voice. And then Musa Mota was on stage and I'm like, I love you too, but like I really want to see Callum Scott right now. Like I hate to say it like that, but the camera work wasn't helping them because they were standing so far from each other. So I wish they were standing closer to each other, or we could have kept the wide the entire time. Callum Scott, I love you. We've talked before on Instagram. I made a video about you. You are the sweetest person ever. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
41 seconds.
That's because I put in a personal message to Callum Scott, who's a sweetheart.
I mean, still 41 seconds.
I made a what's hot about him on Talent Recap, and he watched it and then personally DM'd me on Instagram being like, thank you so much for this video. It was so sweet. And I'm like, no, you're so sweet. Yeah.
I edited that one, Callum. Thanks for the Instagram message for me. Jerk.
Oh yeah, you did edit that one.
Did.
I feel like Jim and Dwight when he was timing his breaks. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, Jim. You should be doing that.
Monkey knows how to use a stopwatch.
7 seconds.
Personal conversation.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
All right. Dan?
I think it's great. I think Callum Scott's very good. I think he's got a lovely voice. I think Musa Mota's very good. It works a lot better him doing a slow song than a fast song. I will say very quickly that I saw a video in the past week of somebody, another dancer with one leg, I believe, on crutches, and he was at like a kind of b-boy competition.
Oh,
and it was a really fun, like kind of breakdancing and stuff.
Yeah.
And they do like crazy acrobatic stuff. And it was really bad for Musa Mota because he was so much better. He was like walking around on the sticks and like flipping around and stuff. So I was like, yeah, that's why Musa. You stick to the slow songs and you can,
Kinda just
you can tell
vibe
your
out a little
story
bit,
rather than like jumping around.
do all
Yeah.
this crazy stuff.
But yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
How did Dan do?
Well, I stopped timing after it got to 30 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it was like 45, 50. A little bit more than Corey. So
There was extra content. Oh yeah.
I was about to say my personal
hold my
message, your extra content. I get it, Dan. It's okay.
I'll hold my hand up. That's, Come on then,
Do I
Julian.
also
Give
time-
us 6 seconds.
all right. Musa Mota, you were great. And then who else is there?
Callum Scott.
Oh,
This is how you
Julie,
know
you're
I'm
terrible.
already doing terrible. Musa Mota, you were great. Love the song selection. And Callum, I'm more than positive they got Callum because of, they want to just bring in old AGT fans just to kind of like hype it up a little bit.
He
and
was
get more
BGT.
viewership. Oh,
It was
shit.
BGT as well.
My
And
bad.
So it was Musa.
Also,
I would like to apologize.
before it was announced who he was performing with, you can pause it. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
It's okay. Corey's
Kayla,
cutting into my time. I'm just kidding.
Kayla and I thought upstairs, and this is a really good theory from Kayla because I agreed with her. Cody Lee's audition song was a Callum Scott song.
Yes.
Oh,
So Kayla and I agreed with her, believed that Cody Lee was going to sing with Callum Scott. which I think would have made a lot of sense as well. I was happy to see the difference though. But yeah, I was excited to see Caleb Scott, but I did think that they brought him in so that Cody Lee could like have his. But here's the thing, right? That would have been Cody Lee's winning moment to sing his audition song again, and then he didn't win. So,
oh shit, sorry. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I literally just let go of my phone and it literally just.
But
sorry,
yeah, that's the Caleb Scott thing that we were kind of hoping that happened. But like honestly, I'm happy with how it turned out. Sorry, you can
And that
continue
would have
now.
led
No, it's
to
cool. I'm good.
Steven Sanchez singing that lovely song with Musa Mata dancing, which would have been lovely as well.
It could have worked as well.
Could've
Yeah.
Could've worked.
Here's the thing though.
Parallel universe.
If Cody Lee was going to win, because I fully believe that they probably know who's going to win. Like they voted the episode
Oh,
before.
absolutely.
They know who's winning.
Ooh, super fans.
If Cody Lee was going to win,
Producers.
right?
All the
if,
producers.
if Cody Lee was going to win, I wholeheartedly believe Calum Scott would have sang with him.
Oh,
Right.
Because that's a winning moment song. Okay, next.
All right, next. Do we even go on to this one? Robin S. and Sainted?
Wait, who's Robin S? Can we go through that? Who's Robin
Well,
S?
I'm only saying because of Sainted,
Right.
not
yeah.
because of Robin S.
I mean, yeah, they were fine. I liked their dancing. I liked their
liked their
dancing. I thought that
dancing.
was good.
how'd you feel about that call and response?
It wasn't there.
There
Because
you
Robin
go.
S was
There you
singing the
go.
song, and again, a woman in her 60s coming in, crushing it.
And which
like,
made Gen
amazing.
Zers be like, who is this person? I don't want to watch it.
But I mean, surely you recognize the song though.
I recognize the song.
Yeah,
I don't
so
recognize
she's-
her.
it's
That's
her
her
song.
song.
It's her song.
Oh,
So yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry.
amazing.
I
and
like.
it's such a banger.
I grew up listening to Elton John, Billy Joel, and
So they're older than
yeah, and Michael Jackson. Like CDs were like the thing that I grew up with. I know y'all had like tapes. We had cassette tapes as well when I was a child. I had the Sound of Music cassette tape with Julie Andrews. Amazing. But because I grew up on primarily CDs, I never explored out of what was in my parents' cabinet, if that makes sense.
Every single time I hear Michael Jackson, I think I've mentioned this before on the pod. That one line in, is it Persephone?
I was about to say Dan will know.
The French movie
Persepolis.
Persepolis. It's that one scene where they're talking about the bootleg. I think I've mentioned this to you.
Show me the clip. Yeah.
Jamal Maxon.
Stevie Wonder,
Julio Iglesias.
Pink Floyd, Michael Maxon.
See, if you ever want to do
Sorry.
trivia with me, if you wanted to play Michael Jackson music, I probably could name the
Really?
yeah, but like not his stuff, like not his post-death stuff, because I
How much music has he made post death?
he's put out a couple albums.
Some posthumous.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
right.
there's
Okay,
a few
that
there's
makes
a,
sense,
a few
yeah.
posthumous albums that I have not listened to.
I don't know a lot of
The only reason I haven't listened
How
to
has he
it.
done that?
jamming up in heaven. Well, maybe.
Oh, you
I know, but no, that's what I'm saying. If you ever want to try a trivia segment on me,
Michael Jackson featuring God.
that would be a good segment for me versus Billy.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh.
That'd be a good me versus Billy segment because we both grew up with a lot of Michael Jackson.
She loves MJ. He loves MJ. So together, it's a jack off.
It's a
Okay, so we're gonna go back to talking about AGT now.
Let's go to our last one. At this point, let's just move on. This is getting too intense. Shadow Ace, David Taylor. How are we feeling about the Shadow Puppets?
I love Shadow Ace. I think he's really good. I think he innovates all the time. There's always a little new weird thing that he's got. It came up on the thing. It's like, oh, Shadow Ace doing it with this Dave Taylor?
David Taylor.
David Taylor. It's like, oh, that's cool. But it's just another dude sitting there rotating
Yeah.
slowly. I'm like, well, he didn't really do anything, did he?
I was like, oh, cool, an Olympian.
Yeah. I was like, oh, who have they teamed up with Shadow Ace? That's
It's
a cool little
It's
duet.
because of the
It's just
Summer
a guy.
Olympics this year.
Right.
Makes sense.
And that's also why we'll be getting 1 week less of AGT this summer
Ah,
because of the Olympics. We usually end
Sure.
up with a bye week because of it.
that's your fun fact, not a not so fun fact.
I have
An
a not
actual
so
fun
fun fact if youuld like.
Fuck. Go ahead, Corey. Give us our not so fun fact.
I have been, what is it? I have been investigating this since like Valentine's Day, I think.
Oh shit.
So someone on BGT recently died.
Okay.
Emma Jones, she was a opera singer from Series 9.
Yes.
I had seen her audition. I was like, oh, this is really good. I Googled her name.
Is this the one that we recently put out?
I made a short of it. I didn't put it out yet.
But it was the poll. Yeah.
And I was like looking at it, like I Googled her name and then I saw a Facebook post saying that she passed away from a short battle of cancer. And I was like, oh,
Damn.
that she was very talented. So I was like, damn, that sucks.
Wait, is that our not so fun
That's
fact?
our not so fun fact.
Yeah, that is sad.
Yeah.
that was not so fun.
It's like crazy too when you when you like Google someone from BGT and you find out that they died a few days ago. Like that was wild.
Yeah. Wow.
A moment of silence.
It seems to be, doesn't it? So that's everybody. So I just thought maybe we could have some favorites and disappointments from across the series.
Favorites and
across the
disappointment.
series.
From across the
Wait,
series.
this one series as in Fantasy League. Okay.
So I'll start because I prepped. So in terms of my favorites, my favorite three, I would say, always Adrian Stoiker and Hurricane.
Yeah.
Forever.
Okay.
Forever and ever always. They're the best. Anna de Guzman, I think she was amazing. I think she's great. I think she's got such a great kind of patter and confidence, and the vibe that she puts out is really cool. And it's a female magician, which is, shouldn't be a kind of
How does
refreshing
she-
thing, but
Her
it is.
nervousness gets to her though.
How
That's
does she
the
do
only
those
thing.
card tricks with her nails being so long?
That's what I'm saying.
It's an extra little layer of Shin Lim can do that. And then Preacher Lawson. I always he's always really
Preacher.
funny. And
Okay, so you said 4?
that was 3.
3. Got it.
I mean 4 if you include Adrian Stoiker and Hurricane. But I don't like to separate them.
They're a package deal.
They're a
They come
package
to
deal.
they
Yeah,
come
if
together.
you see either of them perform on their own, it's just not as good.
Yeah.
Adrian Stoiker just running around the stage trying to get ready in the morning. And you're
Hurricane
like,
just kind of like looking, just like
Okay, and what were your dislikes?
my disappointments. I'm not going to say
Disappointments, sorry.
dislikes because
Disappointments.
they're all good and they're all wonderful and they're all would be Killian O'Connor for
Yeah.
going the Dustin Tavella route of like, hey, I can do magic, but also here's this like emotional story and that makes it no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did we tell you about how he did that magic trick where he poofed out of nowhere?
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't.
Tell
Do
me
you know
how he
about
poofed.
this? Do you know about this?
How did he poof?
He was the
But-
one.
but-
He was the one that was telling us how he poofed. We found it out like a day later, and Dan wasn't here. Remember at the end how he disappears?
Yeah.
And the confetti.
And you were
And
telling us
didn't know
how it
to do
works.
it, and I thought I had worked it out, which I
Yeah.
was very proud of because I don't normally.
So
work these
Julian
things out.
figured out something else about
Okay.
it.
The show is highly produced.
If
If you increase the brightness on the actual thing,
Oh.
there is a mask.
No.
And his disappearance isn't within a few frames. It's a 1-frame disappearance.
Oh.
So that means
for shame.
it was edited.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
Right?
Yep.
Even for a child, that's disgraceful.
Is that your disappointment of the season?
So now,
I mean,
with
that's
that being
double
said,
disappointment.
double disappointment.
Here's my emotion. And I'm going to fake my last trick. Not good. And he is good. So, like, just do magic. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Fritzy.
Yeah.
Fritzy had
she's
had a
great.
hard run.
at just doing it in a different language, and it just didn't work out. But
Yeah.
she's great. She's great, and you should look up her other things. She is very good. But those are the disappointments.
I would agree with that with Fritzy.
Thank you.
I would also agree with Fritzy.
Do you want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
You know what? I didn't prepare for this, so I'm
Neither
I'm
did
gonna
I.
have to
I'm
look
going
through.
completely off cusp here.
I prepared.
You
Lauren
didn't-
Allred,
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Always
Absolutely, she is phenomenal.
The
Her
new version
singing-
of the new arrangement of the song.
That's what I'm saying. Never enough 2.0. You know.
Never
Yeah.
enough. Lauren, never enough of that song, sweetie. Keep singing it.
Ichikawa Koikuchi, seeing him again.
Yeah.
He was good.
Hilarious.
Never a bad thing to see Koikuchi.
You know.
See that wonderful, that very talented anus. I think probably the most talented anus of the whole series.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really talented anus we're seeing right there.
Not
you
to
know?
get confused with the golden bum.
I was gonna say, I mean, in terms of top bum,
That's got to be
That's
the
a
Golden
tricky
Bum
one.
you
Award
guys are
because
so
you know
funny.
is it? I mean, it's a talented bum. Is it that good to look at? That, do you know what I mean? Maybe if it's Koikuchi in the kind of skin tight golden lame pants, maybe that's a game changer. I don't know.
Koikuchi, we love you. You get the Golden Bum Award.
But please, in the
Congrats.
comments, like
You got the
that's a
Golden Bum
great
Award.
debate for you to have. Best bum, Koikuchi or Dawson. Heavyweight clash.
I'm thinking of my third. My third has to be Darcy Lynn. Darcy Lynn.
Okay.
Mixing it up.
Because she let go of the puppet. And I thought that was such an impressive move. And I thought it was a big thing for her to do. And you're going against the producers.
Yeah.
Fuck the producers. You got a great thing going for you.
And it was done very
what you gotta
well
do.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was letting go, but it wasn't letting go.
It was
but it was
tasteful.
enough, but
Yeah.
it wasn't too much.
Yeah.
I reckon there must have been a lot of conversations in that week before of like, what if I did this? And like, that's maybe too much. What if
Yeah.
I did that? Oh, that's maybe not enough. That they really honed in on the
tried to
rhyme.
hone it in. Yeah. Disappointments though. I will say Travis Japan. Sorry, Travis Japan. Just tweak up your act a little bit more.
Mhm.
What was that?
I think someone came in from outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second one, I would say Sainted. Maybe do a little bit better.
Yeah.
And Pack Drumline.
Pack Drumline.
Those
Yeah.
are all good answers.
All great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again,
Yes.
let's preface this
This is a
again.
disappointment because we know they can do better.
Right.
I mean, you were on Fantasy League. For,
Yeah.
God, for crying out loud.
Yeah. You're
You
all
were
golden
picked.
bums.
You're all golden bums. All right, Corey. Go ahead.
There's a lot of pressure. So favorites. Number 1, the Clairvoyants.
Cool.
Obs.
I love them.
Makes
I'm
sense.
obsessed with them. Their magic is always so good. Number 2, Piff the Magic Dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
how could I forget Piff?
love Piff the
What was that?
That was horrifying.
Okay, number 2 is Piff the Magic Dragon.
Honorable mention.
Love Piff the Magic Dragon so much. I loved Neil Patrick Harris being a part of this performance. That was cool. I also love any performance that's like a part 2 to their original. Well, it wasn't his original, but it was his Golden Buzzer, which I really liked. 3 is really hard for me. I don't really know who 3 is. I want to say Cody Lee because I love Cody Lee so much.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to say Aiden Bryant though, because I feel like Aiden Bryant, his progression from his first season of AGT to now is just so insane. But like a close number 3 for number 3 is Sophie Dawsey.
That's a top 5.
That is
for
a top 5.
For the maths fans out
Okay,
there.
so
Top
now
5.
my
Nice.
disappointments are number 1 and 2 not going through any further. Piff the Magic Dragon and Clairvoyance.
Right, okay.
Because I love both of them.
Yeah.
Disappointment 2. For a show called Fantasy League, I really feel like maybe, and I get it, like America could vote for who's on this show, blah, 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 whatever. Let's bring back Deadly Games. Let's get Dustin's Dojo. Let's call back Angelica Hale. Like, let's call a few more people. Like, I love Adrian and Hurricane. Why are we seeing last season's winners right now?
Yeah.
I feel like this was a lot of like last year people. And like, I love seeing Chapel Hart. I love Drake Milligan. Could we have done without them? Yes. And that's me saying that as a Chapel Hart fan.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
And
the
Drake
day.
Milligan super.
Yeah, I am super excited for the day that Deadly Games comes back as well because I think
That'd
that
be pretty cool.
they're rebranding right now.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is
Last disappointment.
number 3. I think that next season, I want to see Mel be back, but I feel like the camera came towards her at all the worst times. Like I know it's like very much producer like esque of like, oh Mel B, make the drama. I think that Mel B, we only saw the drama, and when she was talking to like her contestants, it didn't seem genuine at all. And like, I think that also goes with the Sheldon Riley thing, where like we knew Sheldon Riley like wasn't like they knew each other, like it was all for fun. I was disappointed in Mel B as a mentor. On the flip side, though, I forgot to put in favorites. Heidi Klum as a mentor, I think she deserved to win this show. I think she was the best mentor the entire season. I don't think Howie deserved the win.
With their singing for Aiden Bryant.
Yeah.
Fly up high.
Yeah.
Little dangling boy.
But yeah, that's how I felt about the whole season. I liked it a lot. Oh, and another person.
Dangle
Can I add another person that I hope they can get back?
Yes.
Yes.
Terry Fader.
Terry Fader.
Terry Fader would have
Terry
really
Fader would've
excelled
been
on this show, especially since we had literally zero ventriloquism.
Yeah.
We had quite literally zip.
Which,
Well, we had 0.6
Yes.
of a
So-
but again, Darcy, good for you.
So-
As you should.
So
stay strong.
Yeah.
So, putting this out there, Deadly Games, Terry Fader, Shin Lim. I'm just saying, if y'all are on the vote next year, I think a lot of Deadly Games was not. I think Shin Lim was. I don't think that Terry Fader was. But if y'all are on the vote next year, just know that we really want you to come on the show, and please, 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 please.
This is the thing, isn't it? When you get something like this of like, oh, having people come back. Part of it is like, oh, who does people want to come back?
Right.
But then part of it's also like, They might just be too busy.
I think that like for Shin Lim,
that's
like
the
he's
best reason
busy.
to not
Yeah,
come back.
yeah.
It's like, I've got stuff on.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
also feel like they didn't want to put Shin Lim and Anna de Guzman on the same stage, which like, listen. Oh, another person to add, Matt Franco.
Matt Franco.
Let's get Matt Franco back. I want to see Matt
Corey's a
Franco win
super-
again.
another
I
super
love
fan of
Matt
Matt Franco.
Franco.
Matt Franco is great though.
I
Matt Franco's
love
phenomenal.
Matt Franco. He was the first magician winner for a reason. Let's get him back.
I knew Matt Franco before he even started working here. I'm going to
Really?
be honest. Yeah, no, I listened. I've like watched. Did I say I listened? I've watched so many of like his like
He's
the performances.
good.
He's great, and
Yeah.
like off camera as well, or like off his like off AGT. He also does some pretty cool solo stuff. So like
Yeah. No, he's really cool. He was on All Stars and did like a performance with Aiden McCann, and I thought it was really good. And I'm like, I get it, you don't have to like be on this show anymore, but like honestly, he's one of the ones where I'm like, please win again.
like, come on,
I'm begging you. Oh, and then I have to say personal favorite, Taylor Williamson.
nice.
Taylor Williamson, get back on the show, buddy. Come on. I'm begging you. I need you to come in and say some of your really raunchy jokes and tell Heidi you freaking love her. Thank you. That's
Awesome.
it. End of season 2.
This is turning into Corey's fantasy league. I think.
That's what I'm
Honestly,
saying.
I could make a whole
Corey's
fantasy league
graphics.
myself. I'm not even kidding. If the producers were to call me tomorrow and be like, hey, we're thinking of doing this show again, give us 20 people you want on the show, I
Or
would
write
have
her
an
an
answer.
email, Corey@talentrecap.com.
I was about to say, I know AGT, I know BGT, I know Ireland's Got Talent. I can get people from Ireland
Yeah.
on that list. Aiden McCann is going to be on again, though. That's the person I know from Ireland.
The one person.
The one,
I
the
know
one
people.
person I know.
I know person.
I know-
From
I
I
Ireland.
know a
person.
person from Ireland.
This is so sad
Why is it so sad?
because it's the end of the season.
It is the end of the season.
It's
but,
so sad.
but that's okay.
Good
Listen,
season.
It's bittersweet.
it is bittersweet.
This is bittersweet.
This is bittersweet. But again, if y'all like the recap room, check us out on socials. We are going to be posting more stuff, and we're going to be posting stuff that may not be even seen on the pod.
Yeah. Yeah. Some like
You know,
deleted scenes or like
Deleted
hidden
scenes,
things.
hidden
or
gems,
extra
whatever.
bonuses. Or
Bonus,
a compilation.
bonus Jonas.
Bonus Jonas.
A compilation
Olivia,
of
that
all
one's
of
for
our
you.
ghost encounters.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that,
That
was.
was
We're gonna have to find out.
crazy. Why is it always when I'm
Yeah.
talking?
It always happens when we're down here.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. But anyways, thank you for joining us. This is the end of season 2. If you like the podcast, please give it a rate, a review. Follow any of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never plugged ourselves.
No,
I mean,
we don't
like,
usually
you know.
plug ourselves, but
So-
we can.
Corey, where can we find you at?
Okay, on Instagram, I'm at Corey Caesar. Julie and I will send you the spelling of everything because
Cool.
it's just easier than me spelling it
No
out.
worries.
On TikTok, I'm at kinda Corey. And on Threads, I'm at Corey Caesar. And on X/Twitter, I'm also at Corey Caesar. And usually when AGT is on, if I'm in the mood, I will tweet along with the show.
So you're at Corey Caesar on all social media
Not TikTok.
except for TikTok.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
Nice. Dan.
I'm on Instagram and TikTok at specifically Daniel Swan.
Nice.
Specifically Daniel Swan.
You also have an alter ego.
I do have an alter ego as well, yeah. At I Am Not Me, I Am Art is a comedy character that I very much enjoy doing. Sometimes you might see some other people crop up here and there. I am, yeah, at I Am Not Me, I Am Art on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and
Are you
Twitch.
that on Twitch?
I'm on Twitch as well.
Every
Oh,
week Dan does like
sweet.
what's called
Yeah.
a quiz on. Actually, Dan doesn't do it. Not me does.
Not me does, yes.
I'm not. I'm not.
I
me
am
art.
smart. I am smart. The Not Me quiz alternates with Art Right Now as well, which is just a stupid. Not stupid. It's my wife's always saying, "Don't do yourself down." No, it's a funny thing of like silly. It's silly. It's not stupid. It's silly.
Just like this podcast.
Just like this
Woohoo.
podcast. Yes.
Silly,
yes.
not stupid.
Sundays
Quote
on
that.
Twitch. I Am Not Me. I Am Art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you can find me at official J Mejia on all social media platforms. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really post as much anymore, but you can check out all the stuff that I used to post on TikTok. And if you want me to post more, I mean, just let me know. And maybe if I have time.
Most of his
All of
posting
this-
happens on the Recap Room pod.
Literally everything happens on the Recap Room pod. So check that out.
Yeah.
That's where you'll see me more active. But if you
Yes.
want to follow me for some reason, check out all my old stuff at official J Mejia on all social media platforms.
Lovely.
So thank you guys for joining.
Thank you, Julian.
And now prepare yourself for Daniel's spontaneous combustion. That was a fart, Dan. That wasn't actual spontaneous
now-
I wish it was a fart.
No.
I gotta go and have Corey walk in on me again.
Oh my God. No, I was gonna say now you can just zoom in on my face and put a tear going down my face.
There we go. Animate here.
All the editing I have to do. You should look at that. You should look at that graphic I made for the segment. What segment were we talking
What
about?
segment
It was like
it?
Corey's dance breakdown thing was
Oh
great.
God.
was that what it was?
And
no,
then there was also the us ordering
it's in
food.
this one. No. There's a new one that you were just like, Julian's gonna put a really cool graphic on here.
Oh, I'm
What was it
excited
for?
to see that. I don't know.
What was it for?
I'm gonna have to go through it today and see.
Yeah, that episode. The last episode is premiering today, which gives you perspective on when we're filming this for the next week's episode.
And how long they take to edit. And Julian works very hard, so well done, Julian.
Please check these episodes out. I sprinkle so much into them.
Yes.
Even check the timestamps. There's stuff in the timestamps.
Fun.
You'll find a lot of cool stuff. But thank you guys for joining me, and thank you
Julian.
guys for watching as always. And we will see you all in the next season of the Recap Room.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.